Welcome to today's Theology Bites video. This is video 3 of 4 on the topic of Satanology. So today I'm going to discuss the goal of Satan and demons. What are they trying to accomplish? First, let's look at Satan's names, because his names reveal his goals, the names he has in Scripture, in the Bible. The name Satan, in fact, means adversary, meaning he works to oppose God in all things. So one thing is he's an adversary to God. He's also called the tempter, which is pretty obvious, right? He tempts believers to sin. Third, he's called the accuser of the brethren. In Revelation 12, verse 10 is where we see that, and you see that on your screen there. So there's the accuser of the brethren. He accuses followers of Jesus. He accuses us of sin and of disobedience, both in our own lives, but according to Job, he also does this to God, right? He accuses, or at least he accused, many doubt if this still happens, but he accused the faithful before God in heaven. It's there in Job 1. Another name, these are two names, one's Greek, one's Hebrew, Abaddon and Apollyon, as you can see there in Revelation 9, verse 11. These words mean destroyer or destruction. So one of his goals is to destroy and to cause destruction of the things of God especially. Now, he's got many other names in Scripture. These are the clearest, though, that give us a sense of his name relating to his activity, right? Some of the goals he has. But that just scratches the surface. There's many other names. Let me get into a little more direct, instead of the name perspective. Here are some other primary goals of Satan and demons. Number one, Satan desires to be worshipped. Isaiah 14, verse 14, this is Satan this is the sin of pride that led to his fall, or were in process at the fall, his fall from holiness. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. So Satan wants to be like God, even above God. He wants to be worshipped. And this was one of the temptations that Satan presented to Jesus. In Matthew 4, verse 9, Satan said to Jesus, all these things I give you, meaning all the kingdoms of the world, if you fall down and worship me. And Jesus said to Satan, begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. Satan will do anything to deter you and me from worshiping God. He will distract you from your worship of God. He will discourage you in your worship. His desire is to be God, to be worshipped as God is worshipped. Secondly, Satan and demons work to deceive the nations. So Satan desires worship, but he will also work to make sure that God is not worshipped. One of the ways he does this is through deceiving the nations. Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. He deceives the nations of the world to believe lies and false things. He deceives the nations to follow false gods, and he also deceives the nations that temporal things in this world are better than eternal things. So he deceives us by trying to make us think that this life is all there is, right? And we better grab onto everything and don't worry about things later, right? Part of his deception is also disguising himself and his demons as angels of light, when in reality they are darkness and evil. They are not light and good. 2 Corinthians 11, starting verse 13, for such men are false apostles, deceitful workmen, disguising themselves as apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So it is no surprise if his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. And the third goal is Satan wants to harm and destroy Christians. This is quite a sobering thought and reality, really. Satan wants to tempt you. He wants to deceive you. He wants to pull you away from Jesus. If he can't do that, he wants to destroy you. 1 Peter 5:8, be sober-minded, Peter says. Be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to desire. So, how can Satan and his demons devour us? Well, in the very next verse, Peter explains that Satan's attempts to devour Christians is through the persecution that Christians experience at the hands of those who oppose Christianity and therefore oppose Christians. Verse 9, he says, resist him, meaning Satan, firm in your faith, knowing that the same kinds of suffering are being experienced by your brotherhood throughout the world. This is why the Apostle Paul, he writes that our true battle is not a physical one, it is a spiritual one. In Ephesians 6, verse 12, he says, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. So Satan and his demons, they work through the existing world's systems to accomplish their goals. Always remember this. There is a spiritual reality behind everything we see and experience. This is why we're called to love others. All other people, right? We're not fighting against other people. We're fighting a spiritual battle against the spiritual forces of evil. Bottom line here, Satan and his demons are very active. They are not just symbols of evil. They are active, real evil, working to accomplish their goals on planet Earth and in the lives of people all throughout the world. Here's some of the sources that I've used if you want to dig a little deeper in this topic. Hey, in our video next week, we'll look at our defense against Satan and demons. How do we resist them? All right, we'll look at that.